Hey, welcome back everybody. Welcome back to my channel. AmusedJester. My name is Junior. And today we're going to be reviewing Beast Kingdom's DAH-156. This is Batman from Flashpoint. This is Thomas Wayne, not Bruce Wayne. There's the front. There's the figure. There's the side. Here's the figures being posed. Very, very interesting. There's the top. Beast Kingdom, side, Batman, Thomas Wayne, 1/9 scale. Let me take it out of packaging and we'll take a closer look at the figures. Here it is currently out of the box so we can see what's in the tray. Here's the figure itself. There are two batarangs here, two pistols, and 4 additional pairs of hands. One of them popped out somewhere. I don't know what happened to it. Oh, here it is. It doubled up. Alright, so the first pair of hands is basically a mirror of each other, kind of like a relaxed holding hand. So I don't think you can use this for the batarang, but you can try. That's some nice sculptural details over there. This is probably for the guns. You can see it's gripping hands. Nope, not this is for the hands, so that's probably for the batarang. So you got trigger finger hands, and these two are unique from each other. This one's slightly pointing, and this one might be like he's holding something. Maybe he's holding a card that has some sort of a smiley face card. If you know, you know. Alright, so these are the two guns that come with it. Very basic, no paint whatsoever. Nice enough detail, very basic detail as well. And the two batarangs. Right, pretty good. And what we'll do is we'll put a gun on each hand because we're going to be switching out these hands anyway. I think this is just a better way of putting the guns into the hands because that way you're not fiddling too much on wait. Do I have like 2 left hands with the trigger? I do. Oh, that kind of sucks. They're both left-handed. I didn't even notice that. Huh, that's gonna be a problem. I guess I can use this one for the other one. Okay. I don't know if that's natural. I'm assuming it's not, because why would we have 2 left-handed ones that are both gun-holding ones? So take that out. So here is the figure himself, and let's looky at that face. That looks really cool. It's really good job on that face. Very basic paint application on the flesh tone, but who cares, right? With those red eyes. Pulling back a little bit so we can look at the design of the cowl. And this is a sculpted symbol. It's kind of, as you can see, it's sort of raised here at the edge. See? So it's only glued here. I like their solution for this because the Batman Thomas Wayne does have this. Right there, as you can see. I like their solution in this one, where it's a sort of separate armor piece on the shoulder. Cloth cape, which, you know, I'm not a big fan of because they tend to be floppy. Beast Kingdom really need to fix what's going on with this one. It's such an easy fix, and yet you guys mess it up pretty badly. Some sort of glue residue gluing that shoulder piece through to the cape. Really nice design here on the belt. It's very true to the design. My joints are nice and stiff, as you can see. And you can put the guns in here on the holster. Here's the back and everything. We should be kind of familiar with the articulation of the Beast Kingdom, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So the head can look up pretty nice and well. There is a gap that you'll see. And as you can see, the peg inside there is different colored. not black. Would have been nicer if black would have disappeared much easier. But I like the fact that you have that range of movement. You can probably still get a much wider range if you were to cut a little bit here. Not here in the black, but probably on that gray. Maybe, I'm not sure. That's pretty high already though. And then down like that. Really nice range. I think this is a good compromise, that there's a gap, but it gives you so much range in the movement. Really nice what do you call it? The scaling on the body, like really nice proportions from the head to the body proportions itself. And the shoulders can go probably that much. I think that's normal for Beast Kingdom. If you push it higher, it will pop out of the socket. Don't be afraid. You can pop it back in really wide, easily. But there is a pull out, or there used to be a pull out on the shoulder. There is a slight pull out, not as much as it used to be before. But the shoulders can go all the way around. Bicep has a cut. Elbow has double joints, so you can, not a problem in terms of posing that thing. The hands are in a ball joint, but the ball joint is kind of buried underneath the gauntlet, which is removable. But because it's buried, you're going to lose a lot of that articulation that would have been possible had it been not as buried deeply. But I'm okay with that. I feel like the joint is there, the possibility of movement is there, so you just gotta kind of finagle it a little bit. It's not gonna be a lot of movement, but as you can see, it is possible. The gauntlet, I didn't know it only has like 2 spikes, so that's pretty cool. Articulation on the upper diaphragm, or that's really good forward. As you can see, it moves quite a bit. Moves really nice backward as well. Nice on the side. Really good range of movement. The waist, I believe, is also on a ball socket, so you can, there's still a little bit of movement for the forward, as you can see, a little bit backward. So you combine both, you get like an excellent movement of range. The leg pelvic joint does have a drop down, as you saw me do. Does the holster mess around with the articulation? Actually, not bad. It pushes it a little bit off to the side, but look at how much it doesn't hamper it. You're still able to do a full 90. Not only that, is the joints are strong enough that it's not, that this is not forcing it down. It's like really able to hold it. I'm really surprised by that, even sideways. Now, I'm gonna say this now. With my experience of Beast Kingdom, the tightness of my joints will not be applicable to the majority of their figures. I can tell you right now, some of you will have loose joints and you will be pissed by the fact that you can't maintain this up because this will force it down. I guarantee it, because the way they're doing their ball joints, unfortunately, it's all by friction, and I feel like they'll get loose. Like even with mine, it's a really nice stiff right now, but I feel like they're gonna get loose. But I just have to point that out. It's not a knock on Beast Kingdom. I just accept that for a fact for their figures. So the fact that mine are nice and tight joints, I very much appreciate that. Oh, these are basically like soccer in like that. Double jointed on the knees, as we've come to expect. Nothing on the boot cut, but there is a good rotation on the ankle, as you can see. And it does have a pivot, and it has an ankle joint. I'm really very happy with this figure. I'm very happy with Beast Kingdom, specifically their line that goes into the comic book lines, and it's so true to the comic book. The thing of it is that I don't need to be artist accurate to appreciate the comic book figures. I really, I like the fact that I was able to get Alex Ross's style and everything, but the style is only evident on the face. The body is basically the same as this one. But the face is always what's going to be really important for me anyway. If you capture the face well, then most of the figure kind of like gravitates towards that, and it raises the quality of the overall figure. I don't mind the fact that they're using generic bodies for all these figures. They're basically the same bodies whatsoever. Basically because I don't mind because they're comic book characters anyway. Most importantly for me is the articulation. Most importantly for me is the heroic proportions. And like, look, this does that very well. You know, you can get whatever pose you need for this figure. This is an awesome figure. I did pay the full price for this one at $54 or something like that. I got this from Walmart. I'm really happy that I did not have any problems ordering this at Walmart. I feel like Beast Kingdom is not yet in the radar of resellers. That's why I was able to get them and it didn't run out of stock. But I guarantee you, as Beast Kingdom's popularity increases, it's going to get into their radar and it's going to get harder and harder to get. The cape is wired, but as we've all known along, it's not strong enough and it's usually loose at the base. So this one is actually not bad. It's able to perform a function of lifting the cape like that. Very nice wide cape. Very nice. Like I said, I really like their solution to having this as a separate armor piece and retains that kind of like look. Yeah, I'm very happy with this one. I'm glad I was able to get it. I really hope that Beast Kingdom continues on to the cartoon style figures rather than concentrating on cinematic or theatrical or stuff like that, because if they're going to do that, then they're the only line right now that is capable of filling this scale. There's nothing else. This is not McFarlane scale. This is not Legend scale. This is not Hasbro scale. They're the only ones. It's not even Mego scale, and we already know from my last review of Beast Kingdom, it's not NECA scale. They're the only ones. So they're the only ones that can fill out this collection, and I love this collection so far. So my value for this one is, I'm gonna give it a 15. I really do like it. If you like comic book style characters, if you like the articulation, if you like the look of it, I really highly recommend Beast Kingdom. It does have its flaws. It does have its flaws. I will give this one a 15, but regularly, if this had the regular loose joints of Beast Kingdom, it probably would have been 12. But this one, because all my joints are tight, the fact that this did not hamper the articulation range at all, having to hold that pose, I'll give it a 15. I have to, because I really do like this figure. The only downside is probably the cape, because it, you know, but even with that, even though this is the same style of wire that they've been using before, for some reason it's able to hold it pretty well. And even though it's also loose at the base, as it always is with Beast Kingdom, this one for some reason is kind of close to the base, that's able to hold it. It's actually not bad. It's not able to do something like that, but yeah, it will hold this because it's based on that one. Yeah, definitely a value of 15 for me. A very nice figure. Very happy with this one. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys on my next review. Bye.